Yes, thank you, Christine, for this warm welcome. I hope you're still awake after a long day on these booths here and on the fair. You're still there? Okay, very cool. Okay, what I would like to take you within the next 10 minutes is a little bit different maybe from what you have heard before, because what I'm mostly looking at is business models. And I'm looking at the business models which you can perform out of data and IoT. So I ask always the other question, what the heck can you do with all that functionality and technology to improve your business model or maybe gain footprint in new business models? But if it comes, when we now look at data-driven business models, what we have to see or what we find out is that we have to deal with contradictions. So we want to go into a new business model and a data-driven business model, but then we have those things like, yes, we need that transparency because we want to have all that data, but on the other hand we see, okay, what is when data leaving my premise? So do I give secrets away? So there's always a contradiction between, yes, new business models and new data, but keeping secrets, for example. Another thing is when it comes faster reaction to customer demands. We all want, of course, our products being much more agile developed so that we can react to customer demands much faster than we did in the past. But on the other hand, we have processes like Waterfall, organized processes for a good reason, because we can secure quality in this. So what happens if that gets away, if we get more agile? What's about the quality? Or next one is faster changing partnerships versus long-term partnerships. So if we have this new product, we have maybe to exchange our partners more frequently than we did in the past. How can we secure that these partners are the right ones, that they fit to our quality, that they fit to our needs? So how to solve this contradiction? And last but not least, we're now talking about smart products, making everything smarter, but we have a lot of employees which might not be the ones who are the programmers or the digital evangelists or stuff like that. They are metal workers. So how to work together with those kinds of people, how to have a harmonized organization. So these are the questions you have to take a closer look at when it comes to digital business models and IoT-based business models. So now let's make it a little bit more tangible. For me, my example is a company, is a fictitious company which is building drilling machines. So, and they understand, wow, okay, drilling is interesting, drilling machines are interesting, but we see changes in the market, and maybe in the next future, we will not longer sell drilling machines, we will just sell holes as a service. But they also understand that selling holes as a service maybe needs another starting point. And the first starting point is what is mentioned here, that you maybe first start to get into a new business model with a smarter drilling device, and which is so smart that it can, for example, detect what kind of stuff you're drilling in. So then it can say what kind of drill do you need, or what kind of drilling speed, or what is the optimal contact pressure. And all this information is coming from data. It's coming from data, and based on this data, models are derived out of this, and these models now fuel this smart device. Okay, this is my next approach to address new markets so that everybody can drill the perfect hole, no matter how skilled he is in drilling holes. But looking at this, then we have, again, this contradictions we have to deal with. Again, this transparency versus secrecy. So, well, we need that data, but where do that data come from? Usually it comes maybe from our customers because I have a broad customer base. But what is about legal issues? So are my customers willing to share those data, or do they want to keep them secret? Okay. Next one is agility versus waterfall. Now we have a device out there which is, of course, very adaptable. It's smart and it can learn. So you have to update it frequently. Okay, do I have the processes in my company to do that updates in an easy way? Do I have the R&D departments which take over the control when new information come in from our customers? Do I have the data scientists to calculate the right models and so on? Changing partners. Now we have this new product, and this product is smart, so it consists of completely different devices. It's more and more software in that device. We have now the computer chips in there. There is complete different ways of calculating stuff. So that means I need new partners. But maybe this partner I've selected today will not be the right tomorrow. So how can I be sure that the partners I'm choosing more frequently are fitting to my products, are fitting to me, will work together perfectly with me? And last but not least, what's about my workforce? So I have metal workers because I'm building drilling machines, and drilling machines, 90% is made of copper and steel. So how do I build the bridge between the data scientists and the metal workers? How do I get them together? How do I help them to work together so that the product coming out of this is the one our customers need? So one of those answers, and this is just a fraction of answers we can deliver to that questions, are based on what we're doing with MindSphere. So MindSphere, for example, in this case, when it comes to transparency versus secrecy, we have edge and we have cross-tenancy, which allows our customers to be very transparent what kind of data leave the premise, which data stay on premise. I can very fine granular decide what data is accessible to whom. And this is the absolute basis I need so that my customers maybe allow me to share those data, because they can really decide and select what data are shared. So we use that functionality within MindSphere to provide that capability. Agility versus waterfall. Yeah, one thing is we have a lot of experience within our company, within our colleagues, Siemens Expert Consulting, because they did that in the past for ourselves. We ourselves changed the journey, or made the journey from agility, from waterfall to agility, so that we become more adaptable. And we can share this knowledge and you can access it. Next thing is, when it now comes to the production side. So this was the process side, now it comes to the production side. You want to be more agile on your production side. Ideally, your production is digitalized, so that you have a digital twin of your production, so you can test it much easier in your virtual room before you start really to rearrange your machines and your flow through all these machines. So this again enables you having more agility in your production. Oh, I think there's one more. Or when we look at the product itself, when it now comes, say, okay, I want to secure the cooperation with my suppliers. Imagine the supplier has a digital twin of its product, and you have a digital twin of your product too. Now you can start to combine this product, and you can see how do they fit together in the virtual world. And even if you detect differences between those products, you have a very clear focus where to look at and where to optimize it. Or when it now comes to, and this is what all is this digital twin framework, when we look at the security of the supplies, you want to be sure that the supply from your supplier is there in time, just in time, or maybe even just in sequence. Ideally, you have a direct connection to the ERP systems of so the enterprise resource planning systems of your supplier, or supply chain management, so that you can see what is on stock, what is in the flow of delivery, so that you know, okay, can I fulfill my needs producing that equipment or not? Last thing, when we look at smart things versus social divide, we bought Mendix 1 year ago as a low-code platform. And that means developing software as easy as using Lego blocks. And this is a good opportunity for helping people, or employees especially, which might not be so familiar with software development, to help them get closer, making experiments, playing around, getting more skilled, and seeing that this anxiety in means of digitization might be not so harsh as they expected it to be. So a good way to make experiments. And last thing, transformation support, and this might be maybe the most important thing, we have established a partner ecosystem exactly for that purpose, because it's much, much more when we want to go into digital business models than just in establishing technology. It's about helping our sales to sell such kinds of business models. It's about helping our accounting that they can calculate and writing invoices for something as a service, for example. And having an ecosystem of such experts giving you these experience and sharing it with you and developing that further, this is exactly what we want to achieve with this partner ecosystem, because we cannot do it all alone. But there are a lot of people out there, a lot of companies which are very professional in exactly this transformation support. And this is what we want to lever for you, so that you at the end have an end-to-end solution which fits your needs perfect. Thank you very much.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.